When we consider belief in the context of the social experience, that is something that is absolutely missing today. When we think about social interactions, and I don't know about you, but when thinking about social interactions, we oftentimes think about social media interactions. Absolutely, social media interactions are devoid of belief. So much of what we see in social media today is a belief that somebody else has that I'm chiming in on. It's popular. Do we want to be in the sense of chiming in on popular, or is it more important that we truly understand what we believe and share what we believe? In fact, from a social context today, in some parlance, it's not sharing your belief that's important. It's if you don't agree with the belief that I'm sharing, you're somehow bad. If you don't acknowledge, even if you do believe it, but you don't acknowledge it, you're somehow bad. I do realize that there are times that silence creates problems. Oftentimes creates more problems than it would solve if we would just speak up. For someone to speak up, they have to have the fortitude to do so. They have to have the ability, they have the social resonance in order to have the social experience that will come with speaking up. Not everybody has that. And that is being used inappropriately as a weapon. I want you to be able to share your very best. Now, to be able to share your very best, we have to be at our very best. Because I've been privileged to work in the healthcare industry for so long and work with so many different varieties of healthcare, I've had the privilege of being able to see exactly what happens when a particular type of healthcare situation is inauthentic. When you are not authentic in what you're doing, when you're not authentic with who you are, it destroys the entire structure that you're built on. And it will eventually impair you over time. This is what happens in the social experience. If we're not being true to the social experience of what we are, and the only thing that we're doing is sharing a social experience that is parroted from someone else, then that message can never fully resonate. Sure, it can work in the short term. That's not the society that we want to have. That's not the social experience that we're looking for. We want long term, right? When we're building a community, when we're building a family, we don't want just short-term fixes. We don't want short-term feel-goods. We want long-term relationships. That's what the social platform is all about. In today's world, social platforms are here and now. I caution you that as you use social platforms, if you're using them to bring out the true essence of who you are, and that true essence of who you are is not only good for you, but it's good for others, then fantastic. That is appropriate. That's the great thing to do. If the use of social media or your chiming in or advocacy or likes or whatever it is that you do, if those things are happening and it's not a true reflection of who you are, it's simply a matter of popularity, it's simply a matter of wanting to be part of something, no. That's not appropriate. It's not going to help anybody else, and it's certainly not going to help you, definitely not going to help you in the long run. Your social experience is an aligned part of who you are. And your social experience, to be truly effective, has to be an experience that's aligned with the needs of others. As I think about the social experience that I truly want to have, and believe me, I've given an extraordinary amount of thought to this, dedicated a great deal amount of time to this, I would be remiss. I cannot continue to share these messages without bringing in the single biggest factor of my life as far as moving forward, and that's Jesus Christ. If I don't share the biggest part of my life and what's helped me to become who I am, and that I know can help you become who you want to be, and in fact, who you're even meant to be, if I refuse to share those things, if I don't put this out there, then I'm being disingenuous. I'm not giving you the very best that I have to give you, and I'm here to give you the very best that I have to give. I truly want the very best for you. So please, as you listen to this, understand that I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm trying to give you the very best of what I've experienced, and in that social experience, it would be wrong of me not to share all of it. Thank you for being with me on the Primacy Podcast. I very much appreciate it. I look forward to visiting with you in the future. See you next time.